All right, guys, how you doing? Someone asked a very good question, a couple of very good questions on the last video. I apologize if this sheet of paper shows up too much that I wrote my notes on because it is blue, and when we key in the background, it'll look funky. It's what I wrote on. It's what's in my office. So there you go. So for the channel requirements for Amazon Video Direct to have a channel, I went back and checked what the requirements were because someone asked. And it is definitely 200 standalone titles or 50 seasons. Not 50 episodes, 50 seasons. So what I would suggest if you're just starting into this, planning on doing a couple of web series and starting a channel, to get the channel started more quickly, keep the seasons rather short, truncated if you have to. So, you know, instead of trying to do a 13 episode or 26 episode, you know, full year season like networks used to do, go ahead and do, you know, half seasons. So season 1 would be 6 episodes, season 2 maybe 7, and have that cliffhanger in the middle. It'll keep people coming back. The other thing is, anything you put on your channel must remain available for at least 18 months. So when you have your 200 titles, they have to be available on that channel for 18 months. So when people subscribe, they've got a general expectation that the shows will still be there. And now here's the other question. Someone asked if you can put things commercial supported on Prime Video and then also have them on your channel so that people who don't want to have to watch the commercials can go to the channel. I think that's a great idea. That was originally one of the things I wanted to do, was have like seasons where they would drop to Prime one episode at a time. So like the simplest things, the first season is 6 episodes. And then the second season is 6, and then the third one's going to be 6. And I thought, okay, so the third season, maybe on Prime, just drop episode 1, and then a week later episode 2, and a week. But on my channel, the whole thing would be there. So if you want to, you know, binge your way through and not have to go a month and a half to see all of season 3, you can subscribe to my channel. I thought that'd be a good way to get people going, and you know, whatever. However, they do not mention whether or not you can do with advertised stuff, but titles included on a channel are not eligible to be included with Prime in the U.S. Now, I find this a little suspect and a little annoying because I know that some of the larger channels that are on Amazon have then like select shows that are also Prime to kind of get you watching their stuff. So I don't want to call anybody out as if it's their fault. It's Amazon's fault for giving bigger corporations preference over us, the little guy, right? But like, so Shudder, Showtime, channels like that have things, you know, see them on this channel, but also to entice me, they've got the little Prime sticker on them, and I've, you know, so channels that I don't subscribe to, I have watched some of their stuff on Amazon Prime. But we, as Amazon Video Direct producers, cannot do that. So I'm going to guess that there might be a problem with the commercial ones. But again, I can't say for sure because the information is just not there. Your channel must have a suggested rating. So, overall, some of my movies, I feel TV7 would cover just fine. But because they're horror, even though there's no nudity, there's very little suggested nudity, the language is things like damn or poop or shit. Well, one movie, I actually made the actors say poop instead of shit. And still, it was about a killer mop, okay? It was clearly geared towards younger audiences and comedic, and yet TV7 was not enough. I had to mark it as PG-13, as TV-13. So, you know, be careful with that. And so now what would happen is if my channel, I would not, because of the comical violence or anything, be able to call my channel TV7, because then any of my stuff that's TV13 would not be allowed on my channel. So channel must have a suggested rating. No video that exceeds this rating may be added to the channel. So I was up to talking about how your channel rating has to match the highest rating for whatever video you plan on putting on there. So if you've got rated R movies, your channel's going to have to be rated R, even if 80% of the content is PG-13. Once you rate your channel, that's what you're going to be locked into. I don't know how easy it'll be to change it. The last requirement I saw is that you must have 4 images. I haven't gone into what the image requirements are or anything like that. So, all this information that I got is available on Amazon Video Direct's page under support. You can go check it out yourself. Hopefully this makes it a little easier. I know I'm more of a video person. I prefer to hear things than just read them sometimes. And I do have a little understanding of what Amazon Video Direct expects from people, so I did very little interpretation here. Mostly I just read what they have on their page, but I tried to break it down into something that makes a little bit more sense than just how they drop it on there sometimes. So now what I'm going to say is, if you guys want me to delve deeper into what it takes to build a channel, I do not have the videos currently to even try to start building one. But I'll keep reading up on what they've got going on, like what their image requirements for the 4 images are, what the art requirements are. I'll look into that, and I'll try and look into how the pay scale works, what you can do with that, if it's something that interests you guys. So if you've got questions about it, please continue to ask questions below. Anybody who's got a channel and wants to answer some questions, please feel free to chime in. I am going to look into whether or not clips, behind the scenes, they allow that kind of thing on there, on Amazon Video Direct. So I'm wondering if I get up to the number of 200 with those, it makes sense for me to put them on Prime anyway, because promotions wise, my movies can use the help. So I've been planning on doing extras anyway, and so I'm wondering if those will count as standalone titles. Otherwise, I'm going to have to reformat Inside HFP a little bit more to make it more of a series, and try and get 2 or 3 seasons of this out, and get at least 3 seasons of all the shows I can possibly get out there. But obviously what they're trying to do with these big numbers, I mean, not just 50 episodes, but 50 seasons of shows. Not just, 20 titles, but 200 standalone titles. They're obviously trying to make channels only for distributors, not for just independent producers. Or studios that have many, many producers working for them, and many, many directors working for them, and many, many writers. If anybody wants to try and get together or make a channel and try and figure out how to make that business plan work, let me know. I think I've got some partners I might be able to work with on that already. And if that works out, I'll let you guys know. Because then we'll have a channel for independent producers of mostly going to be horror, sci-fi, comedy, genre stuff. But if we get that off the ground, I'll let you know. So let me know if you want more information on this, or if you'd rather I move on to something else. I'm hoping this lighting scenario worked out a little bit better. I'm not positive. We will see. So sorry about the little jump cut there. Battery went dead. Talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.